What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. Hope you're on a fantastic day today. And today we have the June 2025 Destin Fort Walton Beach International Airport update for you all. I hope all of you are excited for today's update. Obviously, a huge change of scenery here. We are outside today due to limited time to get videos recorded for you all. So next several updates will be out here. We'll talk about it more at the end, but I think it's going to be a good change for the vibe here. And with that being said, we're not going to waste any further time and go ahead and get started. It's such a different look here. So starting first, we have the Southwest Boeing 737 MAX 8. This aircraft's currently coming in from Houston Hobby, and now it's going to be making a, let's see, I'm getting Pensacola and Destin confused. I'm doing them both. One of them has a Saturday only in Austin. I believe that's Pensacola. So in this case, this aircraft's actually going to be going over to Nashville today. Destin has the smaller presence out of the two. Pensacola definitely has a more extensive aircraft lineup. So still looking very good, and overall, definitely nice to have. And I'm used to doing great planes right now, so I'm used to just knocking out aircraft. So I'll take it a little bit slower here today on these updates. Our next aircraft is going to be this Delta Airlines Boeing 717-200. This aircraft's currently coming in from Atlanta today, and now it's going to be heading back out there. You're going to see several 717s this summer, a couple 738s and 9s mixed in too, but it's mainly a 717 shuttle. As you can find, I think like 8 or 9 of these a day. It's extensive. So also, I hope all of you enjoyed the background noise. We're going to have some birds chirping and some planes flying as well. It's a really nice day, as you can tell, no wind at all. So we're going to have some planes definitely flying around. So I hope all of you enjoyed the intermissions throughout. Next, we have a Delta Airbus A320. This aircraft's coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul today, which continues to be a trio battle between Delta, Sun Country, and Allegiant. So this continues to be a fun route to watch, and overall, it's been a pretty high performer here at the airport. So this has been fun, and looking forward to seeing what happens next regarding the Delta 320. And yeah, it will be a 320 the entire summer. So loving the consistency here from our friends over at Delta Airlines. American Airlines has quite an extensive presence here this summer. It's going to be quite impressive. So we'll start right here with the Airbus A319 coming in from Chicago O'Hare. So we are going to be seeing Chicago on the main line this summer. Definitely was not expecting that, but that's very exciting. We have the 319 flying out on a daily service, and on Saturdays we'll have some additional frequencies. So this has certainly been fun to watch, and I'm eager to see what happens next as we continue to move forward. So you have the American 319. Again, this aircraft's making a flight today, heading on over to Chicago O'Hare. And our next flight is going to be this American Airlines Boeing 737-800. This aircraft's currently coming in from, let's see, what was the Charlotte Douglas International. Yeah, I wasn't used to Charlotte being on 738, so I got a little puzzled there when I saw 321 in the foreground. But anyway, yeah, this is great to see the Charlotte flight continuing to get all kinds of capacity. I think it's climaxing at 3 737s, which is extremely impressive and definitely will continue to be quite an asset here at the airport. So excited to continue to run through that, and there's no shortage of variety here regarding the main line. We'll also see a few 319s as well. But 320 is pretty much abandoned this summer here at the airport. So pretty fascinating how fast it all happens. And our next aircraft is going to be this beautiful American Airlines Airbus A321. Great to have the 321 in the model airports this summer. They've been mainly going to the bigger cities this summer. Last summer, they were everywhere at the small hubs. But anyway, we will have the 321 at least once a day to Dallas-Fort Worth International. So that's what we're seeing here. We also will have plenty of 737 variants as well. So certainly another really cool route to follow along with, and overall there's been no shortage of traction for American Airlines. We also have a couple of other routes that we'll talk about here in a moment too. So excited to check those out, but overall looking very strong over here in that presence. So looking very nice. Let's just go ahead and jump on over to the other gates. I forgot to put a third jet bridge here, I apologize. I don't anticipate Allegiant using these this summer. However, their presence is pretty extensive, so we will see. But once again, just wanted to note that there is a possibility that Allegiant might use one of these at some point, but mainly you're gonna be seeing these carriers over here. Our first aircraft's the Sun Country Boeing 737-800 coming in from Minneapolis, St. Paul today. I believe this is gonna be twice a week. They have quite a bit of leisure travel to some non-beach destinations. So Sun Country obviously keeping their spoke, but also not going too crazy. So 2 weekly will be sufficient, and it's great to have some additional low-cost variety here on our service to Minneapolis, St. Paul. So that's exactly what this aircraft's going to be doing here. And we also have the New Haven flight on Avelo on the 737-800. This runs for the entire summer. So great to have Avelo continuing to dedicate resources to the Destin market. And who knows, maybe we'll be seeing some additional flights at some point. Obviously, not much intrastate traffic here at Destin. That's mainly Pensacola where you're going to find that traffic. Alrighty, so Allegiant Air looking strong here. We have our 5 aircraft. We are loaded to the brim. We have all of our services here going strong. I don't have the sheet in front of me, so I'm going to do my best to try to get a good variety of routes. So continue to bear with me here, but let's just go ahead and get started. And I do have to note, with it being hometown airport, that Tulsa's getting their first flight right now. I'm recording this on May 21st, and it is Winter to Dolphin coming in, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I can't represent that completely, but we're going to get a good variety of routes in here. Starting with this Allegiant Air Airbus E319, this aircraft's going to be heading out to Bloomington, and this aircraft came in earlier from Clarksburg, West Virginia, so a good variety there on those services. And we have the Allegiant Air A319, the Las Vegas Raiders special livery. This aircraft's currently making a service heading on over to, again, it's just such a variety, so I'm trying to think of cities that aren't year-round. I believe Chattanooga's on our list this year, and again, some of these are a little inconsistent, so I apologize if I miss one or two. And this aircraft came in earlier today from the likes of, why not Wichita? So looking very nice there for the Las Vegas Raiders A319. And then here is an old livery Airbus E319. This aircraft's currently coming in today from Las Vegas, and now it's going to be making a flight today, heading on over to, man, I'm trying to think of some of these smaller cities up north in the Midwest. South Bend, Indiana, I think is a good choice, so we'll continue with that service. Next, we have this Allegiant Air Airbus E320. This aircraft's currently coming in from Omaha, Nebraska, of course, and now it's going to be making a flight over to Oklahoma City today. So several frequencies, some are 4 weekly, some are 6 weekly, some are 3 weekly, and some are just twice. And then lastly, we have this Allegiant Air Airbus A320. This aircraft's currently coming in from Newark International today, and now it's going to be making a service today over to, what's a really good city I can think of? Cincinnati's very prominent and, you know, flies every single day. So we have to have at least a couple of our cornerstones in here. So we'll feature that here today. So the Allegiant section's looking really good. We'll definitely cover it a little bit more in a moment, but definitely a nice variety of frequencies, aircrafts, and other applicable pieces to the puzzle. So that's looking quite nice. Our next aircraft is going to be this American Eagle Bombardier CRJ-900. This aircraft is currently coming in on Saturday only from Philadelphia. Pensacola is where the Philadelphia attraction's going, so we'll talk about that in their update. This aircraft came in earlier, though, after a flight from Washington National, and we have several frequencies there, so that's looking pretty strong. Got the F-22 Raptor here today, and this aircraft's currently just doing some local training flights around the area, so you'll see a variety of military offerings in here this summer, so of course we love that. And actually, I need to go back to the Delta 717 because there was more to the story on that. And, you know, with new frequencies and so forth, it's easy to get caught up every once in a while. And I'll get the sheet to verify that. But lastly, we have this American Eagle Embraer 175, and this aircraft is currently coming in from Washington National as well. And this is a turnaround today. So looking very good. And yeah, we'll be seeing some additional flights, including some additional Saturday only A319s. So that'll certainly be cool. And I got completely confused on here somewhere. I have DFW listed twice, once for Max 8 and once for a 321. I'm almost positive the Max 8's the Pensacola flight, so I'll verify that. But anyway, let's go back over to Delta 717 because this was kind of a last minute add into the schedule because I thought it was just Pensacola, but actually it is here at Destin as well. That Delta will be flying to Detroit on Saturdays only, which is extremely cool. And then Pensacola will be on Monday, Friday, Saturdays. So good variety there. Delta continues to really get that strategic multi-week flight schedule going. So really great that this will be coming in on Saturdays. So awesome to see the variety continue. Obviously, Allegiant has service to Flint, but that's about it. So that region definitely is undercovered here. So glad to see some Saturday traction over to Detroit here at the Destin Fort Walton Beach International Airport. So I really hope all of you enjoyed the update today. And yeah, once again, outside here, it's a really nice day. I picked a day with no wind, so it's great for the viewer, but in terms of sweating out here a little bit, that part's a little tough. So thank you all for bearing with me. It can be tough to concentrate at times. But yeah, really excited for what's to come here. This, once again, we'll be going through, I believe, September here on the outdoor updates because I am going to be in Charlotte this summer and I will not have the adequate time to, I won't be here enough to get these updates recorded. So wanted to knock this out while I was here, and that's exactly what we're doing here today. So, but anyway, it's a great day. And in fact, if I can find this aircraft, it's way over here and I probably won't get a very good shot of it, but there is a aircraft. There it is right there, actually. Let me see if I can, it went out of focus. But anyway, all the airplanes are out today, so we love to see that. And we continue to move forward here one step at a time at the Destin Fort Walton Beach International Airport. So yeah, I love the Allegiant ops this summer. It's great to have such a great variety, and obviously with the beach and the other items that make Destin such a good hot spot here for tourism. It's been great to see Allegiant continue their persistence and really elevate this airport statistically. I made that video previously regarding their growth, so definitely check that out on the airport tour and so forth. And in the initial video when I started this airport, I also go into extensive detail about how impressive it's been to see this this airport continue to rise. And that's exactly what the summer is going to be all about here at the airport. So there'll be no shortage, and super excited for what's ahead. And I hope all of you are excited for all the updates that will supplement all that. So with that all being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust process. Do you love and love you do. My name's CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as CM Aviation is signing off.